Saturday's reading, June 13th, 2026. Wow. Already up to June. It's kind of hard to believe. It only seems a few days since June began, but here we are on the 13th, almost halfway through the month, actually. I looked at several readings for today. And this is one I picked from my calendar. In our moments of present connection, we do more to help those around us build confidence, faith, and self-esteem than we ever will through self-improvement technique or communication skill. So contemplate on that one. And then here we are. Just let me line up my reading here. The first quote is from Mary Davis, who says, "A walk in nature walks the soul back home." A walk in nature walks the soul back home. And that is under the title of Nature Reflects Spirit's Love. Nature Reflects Spirit's Love is the title of the whole reading today. And Ernest Holmes in the Science of Mind magazine says, "All nature is alive, awake, and aware with the divine presence, and everything in life responds to the song of the heart." And this is Reverend Soni. Nature is one of the most vivid expressions of Spirit's love and abundance. From the whispering wind to the golden glow of sunrise, every aspect of the natural world reflects the sacred harmony and divine intelligence that underlies all of life. When we slow down and open our hearts to the world around us, love's presence begins to bloom within our consciousness. Nature invites us to attune to its rhythms, not as distant observers, but as participants in a sacred living communion. Today, take intentional moments to be present with nature and creation. Whether you walk among trees, sit beside a flowing stream, rest on a hilltop, or simply watch the sky from a window, let the beauty of earth speak to your spirit. Notice how nature unfolds in its own divine timing. Trees grow slowly, seasons change in rhythm, and rivers follow their courses with persistence. In these patterns, nature teaches patience, resilience, and trust in the cycles of life, the same qualities that Spirit cultivates within your soul. And actually, that is a reading from the 11th. And here, I'm continuing with the 13th. I'm not quite sure how I got on that page, but anyway, there we are. Title for today actually is Creativity is Sacred Expression. Don't let anyone rob you of your imagination, your creativity, or your curiosity. It's your place in the world. It's your life. Go on and do all you can with it and make it the life you want to live. Mae Jemison. I don't know where I was with that first. I thought, this looks very familiar. And then I realized, oh, yeah, it's from 2 days ago. So ignore the title that I put on there. It's not right. Ernest Holmes. Your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment. Your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment. And that was from this thing called You on page 3. And moving on to creativity again. Reverend Soni says, creativity is the sacred expression of spirit moving through us. It arises not from imagination or technical skill alone, but from the same source of life and love that brought the universe into being. Every creative act, whether writing a sentence, solving a problem, composing a melody, preparing a meal, or planting a garden, this is all spirit working through our hearts, our minds, and our hands. The creative impulse is the divine life force flowing through us, inviting us to participate in the ongoing unfolding of beauty, meaning, and transformation. When creativity is rooted in love, which is the infinite current that animates all life, that creativity becomes more than mere productivity. It becomes a spiritual practice. It opens us to the sacred in everyday life, and it reminds us that our unique expression, is a gift to the world. In this sacred flow, creation becomes a knowing spirit and a path of communion with the divine. Today, she says, I invite you to engage in whatever form of creative expression calls to you. Approach it not as a task to complete or a performance to judge, but as a prayer offered in form. Notice how love infuses your process when you let go of striving and just simply allow Spirit to move through you. In this surrender, creativity becomes a dance between your heart and the infinite, a holy conversation that nourishes you and the world around you. And I'm quite sure how I ended up on Thursday's page. I thought, this looks really familiar, and it's not what I just read. And then, of course, I looked and I saw the date of the 11th, which explained everything. So, but it's still a good thing to get out in nature, and it's a good reminder to get out in nature. You know, for a good part of the year, I take a walk outside with one of our neighbors, sometimes with my wife, and we walk. It's about anywhere from a mile to a mile and a half, something like that. Or sometimes even 2 miles. But at this time of the year, in this part of the world, with this humidity, it's not very pleasant. And so we have changed, actually. So we exercise indoors now. She comes to our house and we put on a CD and then we exercise for not quite 25 minutes, which is a good start to the day, right? But as I said, it's just getting too much out there. I'll probably continue doing it, but the two ladies really think, nah, it's just too humid. But there you are then. And it is very humid out there right now, especially when the temperature gets where it is now, which is somewhere in the region of somewhere in the 90s Fahrenheit and 30s Celsius. So it's pretty warm out there. So tomorrow, my wonderful colleague, Reverend Lisa, will make an appearance at 9:15 a.m.-ish, and she'll be more on time than I usually am. So listen to her. She's got different kinds of readings and also usually different kinds of advice. But one in particular, which I haven't mentioned for a while, will be self-care. I don't know if she's always plugging it, but anytime I listen to her, she talks about the real importance of self-care. And of course, we always quote the oxygen mask on the plane. They tell you, lose air pressure, put on your own oxygen mask, because if you don't, you won't be able to help anybody else. And the same thing applies to you, looking after yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. Then you're better able to help other people. So, and our service will be 11 a.m. tomorrow. Those two will happen on Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page and then later on YouTube. And for me, I'm probably actually going to go deliver something to one of my wife's friends, which we promised to buy for her from a local store. And the affirmation, love guides my creativity. Through Spirit's flow, I express my unique gifts with joy, presence, and purpose. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. And then I will see you tomorrow, hopefully around about 5 p.m. But until then, I just know for each and every person, peace, love, calm, and the wonder of the natural world to flow through your hearts. And so it is.